and ecosystem partners, and many others have joined in recent years as we have evolved the forum to essentially build the assets for connecting digital ecosystems across the globe. So moving to the next slide. The Open API initiative started about 3 years ago, and we started the program really recognizing that in the future business agility would be a critical enabler to success in businesses. And we created a suite of partnering and ecosystem-based APIs, things like product ordering, partner onboarding, policy management, SLA management, and others. But these are essentially enterprise-grade APIs, and 1 year ago, the operators who are listed here, 9 communications operators from around the globe, signed the API manifesto saying that they would align the APIs with their strategic technical initiatives inside their organization and also request the APIs as part of their RFP processes when they go to market. So moving to the next slide. So that just gives you a flavor of the level of support and maturity around the forum Open APIs. And this open hack is where we bring together, some of our suppliers and operators where commercially deployed or yet to be deployed or lab-based APIs are exposed, are aligned with the forum, plus other functions to make this a very interesting hackathon. So you get a sense of, we bring together open data from the city of Nice, open APIs from Huawei and Salesforce and TM Forum, and it all comes together on an open developer platform provided to you by Salesforce today. So that gives you the overall outline structure of the event. So next slide, please. The event will start on Sunday. At 12 o'clock, we will open the doors for registration, and we will start the event at 2 p.m. sharp. And that afternoon really is the learning opportunity for the event, where we take you through all the technologies, help people form into teams. Don't worry if you're not already in a team. About half of the people who attend the event will come as a team, and another half will look to join a team when they arrive. We'll also go through ideation and some brainstorming and help you with the design of your application. And then we'll round up the day with a drinks reception on the Sunday evening, sponsored by Salesforce. Then on Monday, we have a full day of hacking activities with expert mentorship provided by our support teams from Salesforce, Huawei, and TM Forum. And then on Tuesday, we have a really busy day as we round up the hack solutions, prepare our pitches, executing the pitches to an esteemed group of people from the TM Forum live event, and then we'll have our overall winners announcements. So that's the key outline of the event itself. So moving to the next slide, you get a flavor of the challenges. And these challenges were designed really because of, well, partially because of the technology we're making available, but this really is intended to be a telco-based platform of innovation where we expose telco-based services and demonstrate how, like network as a service, could be used with IoT and smart city to essentially enable new types of applications, new types of business solutions, and potentially how you can improve customer experience through standardized based APIs. There's lots of evidence of using common and consistent mechanisms to overall improve an ultimate customer experience. So I'm going to hand over to Lester Thomas of Vodafone, who's going to tell you a little bit more about the challenges and the technology of the hackathon.
Hi, thanks, Joanne. My name's Lester Thomas. I'm the Chief Systems Architect for Vodafone. Now, we've been investing very heavily in Internet of Things and network virtualization technology, and we believe there are a very wide range of areas where we can genuinely improve people's lives by delivering new services like smart health, smart cities, transport, or smart energy. Now, the challenge is the range of services that is technically possible far exceeds the ability of an individual company like Vodafone to deliver in isolation. We see innovation in these different markets coming from an ecosystem of developers and small startups, and we want to provide a telco-based platform to enable this innovation. Now, for this hackathon, we have access to a number of different services. So we have access to the open data platform provided by the City of Nice. And for the first time, we have access to software-defined networking APIs from Huawei, so we can build dynamic network services. And so the idea is that from this open data or from these network-based APIs, that people should be able to imagine new services that could enhance people's lives. But that's not enough, because to actually make these reals, we need things like an enabling platform. So we've got an enabling platform from Salesforce to allow people to build these apps. And we also have other APIs to help monetize the services. So we have APIs for managing customers, products, managing revenue and charging, so that you can have a great idea and also be able to monetize these ideas. And the aim of the hackathon is these open data, network-based APIs, the ability to monetize it, the enabling platform, plus developers' enthusiasm, coffee and pizza. That's the idea behind the Open Hack. Now, what sort of ideas are we talking about? So if you go to the next slide. So this is the winning team from the Open Hack that we held in Lisbon. And the idea they came up with and developed a proof of concept in the 2 days was what they called parking share. And it was connecting drivers with parking spaces. And the concept is that searching for a parking space is a routine and frustrating activity. And this search burns about 1 million barrels of the world's oil every day. And the concept that they came up with was this notion of using the TM-Form customer product messaging and charging APIs together with this Lisbon open data to create an online marketplace, so that using like the sharing economy concept, an individual can offer their parking space into this marketplace and allow other people to find and to actually pay for parking in that parking space. It's almost like a crowdsourced sharing model for parking. And in this hackathon, in the 2 days, we were really impressed by how much they achieved in terms of actually building a working proof of concept of this parking idea. And this is one of a number of different teams. Like, we were overall very impressed with the overall quality of the different submissions in the hackathon in Lisbon. So this shows the sorts of idea that we're hoping people come up with in Nice. But as I said earlier, we now have the addition of these networking APIs. So maybe there's some new services really leveraging on these cloud-based networks and dynamic network as a service type models that we could use to generate some innovative ideas. So I'll hand over now to Salesforce, who are going to introduce the Salesforce platform.
Thank you. My name is Abhi Sur, and I am a director in the Communications Industry Business Unit. I will at a very high level cover the capabilities that will be exposed in this hackathon, and following me would be Tariq, who would walk through the trails and the enablement part. So in the next slide, wanted to give you a very, very high level idea of the products that we have in the marketplace. So Salesforce has 8 products to enable enterprises to make every touch point and interaction with the customer more connected and intelligent. We have these products to help guide sales, advise marketers, and assist service agents and direct IT leaders. We also have products that are focused on making communities, commerce, analytics, and apps more intelligent. In the next slide, what we'll see is our customer success platform. The foundation of the platform is the data and data from every source, the intelligent apps on any device, delivering business value across an enterprise ecosystem of customers, partners, and employees. So for the hackathon, we'll be exposing capabilities of some of the products that I mentioned earlier in the previous slide, capabilities from Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Community Cloud. We also encourage participants to try out our App Exchange, where they can find built-in apps. Some of them are free from Salesforce Labs or other vendors, and there are even apps that come with a free trial period, which the participants could download and use in their applications. We'll also be exposing capabilities from our IoT cloud through our platform. So if you are planning to build an IoT-related app, please connect with us offline and we'll give you more details. And finally, most importantly, in fact, We will be exposing many Salesforce capabilities through APIs of TM Forum APIs. So if you're familiar with TMF APIs, you'll find this service very useful and will give you a jump start. Next slide, please. So developers will have two ways to build their applications. The first option is they build the applications directly on the Salesforce platform, leveraging our platform capabilities, the TMF API implementations that will be exposed, and other Salesforce API. They will be able to use our integration patterns to integrate through REST-based integration with Huawei, the TMF sandbox, where we'll be exposing the TMF APIs, and then also getting data sets from the city of Nice. And as I mentioned in the previous slide, the IoT streams would also be available from the Salesforce platform. So this is one option where the developers build it directly on the Salesforce DE developer environment. In the next slide, there's a second pattern. Pattern 2 is participants can have their own application development environment, which they can use to get access to the Salesforce platform, and leverage the Salesforce capabilities, the functionalities and the APIs that will be exposed from Salesforce. And they have options of connecting either directly to Huawei or connecting via Salesforce platform to the Huawei APIs and also to the TMF sandbox and the city of Nice. So if depending on which options you go in for, we can direct you and help you build your application. So now I hand over to Tariq, who will very briefly walk you through the different enablement that you can go through.
All right, so thanks Abi, for this short introduction. Yeah, so we recognize that for some of the people that might participate in this hackathon, the Salesforce platform might be pretty new. So therefore, we've actually composed a list of things that are a list of training material and resources that you can go through. And that you can leverage actually to prepare for the on-site event. Yeah, so that's so as Abi maybe explained as well. It's so the Salesforce platform can actually have is very broad. Yeah, so you can actually build your own applications without any code and only configuration on the platform. Up to you can go into very extreme code running on the platform or running outside of the platform. Yeah, in your own development environment. So we expect actually that every application that is going to be developed through the hackathon and leverages the Salesforce platform has a combination of all of this. Yeah, so there will be some configuration on the platform, some code that might run on the platform, like our open APIs as well, and maybe some code you develop yourself, and that run in your own development environment. For example, Roku, which is also another part of the Salesforce family, and leveraged by a lot of developers. Yeah, so there's a lot of tools we make available and that are available just freely through Salesforce. So before we go into that, let's go to the next slide and actually explain a bit more what we expect to see during the hackathon of the teams. Yeah, so we actually expect if you're building a team, there's a couple of roles in the team that are there available, and we've actually, let's say, tailored the material that we make available, or that is publicly available actually already. We've tailored it a bit towards these three roles. Yeah, so we expect that you'll have some sort of a business analyst in your team that's actually coming up with the idea to actually think about, okay, right, how is this interacting with the customers or with the other parts and other systems, and that will actually lay out the high level requirements of the solution. And then we've obviously two other roles, a developer role, but also because you're leveraging the Salesforce platform, you will have somehow an admin role. So someone that is actually configuring the platform to make it do for you what it needs to do. Go next slide, please, Joe. So if we think about there's actually, for these 3 different roles, there's probably 3 different areas of enablement that we can direct you to. Yeah, so, and that's also how we build up the list of the material that's available. Yeah, so there's this area of soft skills. Yeah, so we've seen that, and Joanne alluded to that. In the end, you have to do a pitch. Yeah, so and we expect a couple of things in a pitch. Of course, it's not only showing the solution, but it's also what's the idea behind it, what's the story behind it, what problem is it solving, and there's actually excellent training material through our learning platforms to actually help you pitch that in a very efficient and a very well thought through way. So of course, there's the developer skills. Yeah. So, and we obviously don't have to tell you how to develop if you're a developer, but we have to tell you how you develop in conjunction with the Salesforce platform. And so there's things like how do you actually interwork with the Salesforce APIs? How do you write Apex code? How do you leverage Visual Force? These things are actually very efficient or very important you understand if you start working with the Salesforce platform. And lastly, and there's obviously the platform skills. Yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do in the platform itself already. Yes, so if you want to store some data in a custom object, it's pretty easy to do so. But you need to understand a bit of how to do it through the data management. If you want to upload some information in the platform, if you want to make a connection through Apex into another system, but you want to store the information in the Salesforce platform, you probably need to have a combination of both the platform skills, as we call them. So these are more the configuration skills and the developer skills. Yeah, so that's how we divided up all the material. And there's a list that I'll show you the link to in a few moments. Next slide, please. So, but to actually get you started, it's easiest to actually register yourself for free as a Salesforce developer. Yeah, so go to Salesforce developer.salesforce.com, and on the right top of the page you'll find a register button. Register yourself and get all the benefits of being a recognized Salesforce developer. Next slide, please, Joe. So these resources you get access to through register yourself as a Salesforce developer are a couple. Yeah, so you will get access to your own developer instance. Yeah, so Salesforce, which is actually a playground that includes 2 CRM licenses and 3 full licenses for the Force.com platform, which means that you can start developing on the platform itself. Yeah, so it gives you your own organization, or your, as we call them, your own org, or your own instance to start playing with and to start to get yourself familiar with. It will also get yourself access to the Trailhead training. Yeah, so Trailhead is our global learning platform that's accessible through registration for free. And there's all kind of interactive and fun training, and all the training that we refer to is actually on the Trailhead platform. So you will get yourself familiar with the platform, earn some badges, get some recognition from the community, so which is nice as well. The third thing is actually you have access to the developer community. So that's where 3 million developers exchange ideas and help each other. Yeah, so it can be very, very interesting as well. And on the developer.salesforce.com, there's an enormous amount of information about developing on the Salesforce platform. It's video, tutorials, blog posts, and a lot of other things to get you started and to start developing and get the most out of the Salesforce platform. So next slide, please. So I want to take a moment to actually introduce a bit more about Trailhead. Yeah, so Trailhead is actually our learning platform where you have all kinds of modules and sets of modules that we call trails that give you in a short and concise way an introduction and also up to the highest depth of the or the deepest depth, I think, of the platform. You can get yourself trained on this platform or on the Salesforce Trailhead platform. Yeah, so what we've done for your convenience, because there's so much material available, we have actually built a list with information or with trails and modules that we think is relevant for this hackathon event. And you can get access to it through the link on this slide. So there's a Salesforce Quip document that has everything in it. It has a list of trails in it. It also has the instructions how to get access to the developer org, and it also has another list of resources that we think are relevant for this hack. So yeah, make use of it and get yourself familiar with it. Next slide, please. Of course, we are also there to help you. There's two ways how we help you. So the team that's actually supporting you on the event and in preparation of the event will be hanging around in the Salesforce success community. So as part of your registration as a developer, also jump by the success.salesforce.com, log in with your developer credentials, and register yourself for the communications industry chatter group. So the chatter group is actually a collaboration platform. Think as a group where you can post questions and you get yourself familiar with other participants that can help you as well. And we will be hanging around there as well. So if you have a question, if you want to know more, or if you want to schedule one of our idea clinics that we will offer you as well, which are 30-minute sessions with some Salesforce subject matter experts, also drop a link or drop a note on the success community, and we will follow up with you, and we will make sure that you get a private session with you or with your team with one of our subject matter experts before the hackathon. And so that's another offer that we are making to get yourself started. Yeah, so register yourself and yeah, hang out there and reach out to us if you have any questions or anything else. Next slide, please, Joe. Yeah, so as Abi referred to as well, we will be making some IoT resources available as well as part of the hackathon. So there's in this slide, we'll not go into detail, but there's an instruction how we will do that. We will probably follow up with another video how to do this as well, and we will drop a link in the community as well if that is made available. So we will make sure that you get yourself familiar. If you want to go into the IoT or IoE space, drop us a note, and we will hook you up with the resources in the Salesforce organization to get you started. So this is the Salesforce introduction. Thanks. Enjoy yourself with the Salesforce platform, and try to leverage the powers of the platform, and yeah, make a very successful hack of it. Thanks. Next one, please.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Sammy Liu, a standard manager of Huawei. Alex, let me guide you go through Huawei APIs for open hack needs. Underneath, next page, please. Underneath concept, Huawei built and integrate worldwide resources to be 3 different platforms: ICT capability and cloud-based platform, innovation platform, and marketing platform. Here, L means lab as a service. Currently, we have 13 open labs all over the world. And for this year, we plan to build 6 new open labs. And with these open labs, we'd like to provide end-to-end full lifecycle service supporting from product development to marketing process. And we provide a lot of tools to speed up product development, to make your product development to be agile. And those tools are dedicated for better service experience. And we also provide social communication platforms for better understanding and better exchange ideas. In last year, we made good progress. For example, for our open lab reservation, we got 7,300 times, and 2,500 teams joined our open hack, shared miners bonus. Next page, please. Next page, please. Okay. Okay, so our plan is to invest $1 billion USD in developing the ecosystems all through the world. Up to now, we have invested 200 million to develop an open enablement platform and 100 million to build a global marketing platform. Especially in Europe, our plan is to invest 75 million euro by 2020 and to get 50,000 to 100,000 developers. Our target is to have 6 open labs in Europe. Okay, next page, please. Hello. Okay, thank you. So about OpenHack Lisbon in this year, Huawei provide 9 APIs by 2 product teams. Digital CRM team provide 4 information query APIs and SMS sending APIs. Digital RM team provide balance related and payment related APIs. As you know, ad teams output ad innovative ideas. Shared as Nestor, I also like share packing their work, the team's work. Their idea is very innovative, and they will combine the resources from TM Forum, Huawei, and Fairware, and Lisbon data. Okay, next page, please. Okay, let's go to see what Huawei will provide it for this time. First, 4 product teams involved for this time: API Fabric 8X and API Gateway. Cloud Opera IES, it provides ICT service enabling related APIs. Fusion Insight Universe, it provides big data analysis related APIs. Digital RM, it provides revenue management related APIs. All the servers are located in Suzhou Open Lab in China. Next page, please. API Fabric is an API platform to provide API end-to-end lifecycle management. It's meant for 3 different scenarios. First is to help Huawei product to integrate with third-party systems. Secondly, it will help SI to customize APIs based on Huawei's baseline API. Thirdly, it will open Huawei solution open APIs to the outside. Below is the API Fabric architecture. API Catalog, it provides the management of API assets, API lifecycle, and standards. It will help the developers to find APIs they need. API Tool, it provides a lot of tools. It will help the developers to quickly finish the API development and testing. API Gateway, it provides API access control, switch control, and API caching. API orchestration, it provides the API flexible orchestration and API management. It provides the API monitoring, survey, analysis, insight, and problem handling capabilities. Okay, next page, please. Cloud Opera IES, it's ICT Service enabling platform. It focuses on NFV, SDN, and cloud network. It provides RESTful interface and provide ICT end-to-end service orchestration and service provisioning and service assurance capability to the industry and the partners. It benefits the operators definitely, and we also believe it benefits the developers. First, it provides cloudified network infrastructure capabilities openly, and the developers can do innovation based on all the capabilities open here. And secondly, it provides on-demand use, real-time provisioning, and elastic adjustment to satisfy user experience. Thirdly, it opens southbound plug-in and northbound service design to support new service, fast onboarding, and innovation. Next page, please. Hello? Okay, for this time, IES provide three kinds of APIs. Service Catalog API in light blue, Service Management API in orange, Cloud VPN Watch API in dark blue. Service Catalog API, with this API, you can query the network capability. Exactly, you can query network service definition, you can enable and disable network service definition, you can query the details of specific network definition. And Service Management API, it provides the real-time provisioning, on-demand use, and elastic adjustment. Exactly, you can use those API to creating service instance, modify service instance, and query service list, and deleting service instance. About Cloud VPN Watch API, for this time, we provide real VPN environment. And with this API, you can monitor the bandwidth. Based on the bandwidth, you can decide if you need to adjust the bandwidth. Here, let's take VR as an example for your better understanding. First, the VR user connect VR application to use. The VR application build network connectivity with 50 Mbps between user and service. Here, you can just use creating service instance under Service Management APIs to do that. Thirdly, VR application will monitoring and predict network quality via Cloud VPN Watch API. And based on the watching result, you can adjust the network bandwidth where the modifying service instance under Service Management API. After all the service is finished, the VR application will free up the network resources. So here you can just use deleting service instance under Service Management APIs. Okay, next page, please. Okay, Fusion Insight Universe. This is a big data analytics platform for telcos. It's cloud native architecture, and based on our understanding on telco data and telco service. This platform provides analytics and insight capabilities, data governance capabilities, and openness capabilities. It will enable operators to create knowledge based on their data and to share their knowledge with their partners to achieve data monetization. Next page, please. Okay, for this time, Universe also provides three kinds of APIs: location insight APIs, customer insight APIs, digital marketing APIs. Location insight APIs related to the location. Customer inside APIs just can query user profile and user tag, and digital marketing API just can do recommendation to your target people. Here, we just take Yacht Club as example. First, you can get the city information by invoking get city ID API, get city central coordinate API, get city blah blah blah, and you can create target area. We are creating area by grid to create your target area. Then thirdly, you can obtain the customer group phone number. We'll get area cloud ID to get all the phone numbers in that area. Then fourthly, you can query the customer profile based on the phone number and to select your campaign target. Lastly, you can do your targeting marketing via different channels. Next page, please. Huawei digital revenue management is a cloud-native architecture also, and it provides 3 different capabilities: rating and charging, billing, and finance B2B settlement. As Taiwan CSP favorite choice, RM is serving 1.9 billion subscribers from more than 2,000 CSPs across 111 countries and regions. Next page, please. So for this time, RM provide 5 balance-related APIs: bucket balance, balance top-up, balance deduct, balance lock, and balance unlock. The first 2 APIs conforms to TM Forum pre-balance management API, and the rest 3 API we are contributed to TM Forum already. Here, we also provide a prepaid tourist service, just as an example for your considering. First, customer can buy an active tourist SIM card and airport real store, and customer sign up a tourist service with mobile phone number. Then the customer can query initial balance in web portal or service app, just via the bucket balance API. Next, the customer can top up some money just via the bucket top up API. And the customer order 7 days suffering offering. It might cost him €10 and get 100 free SMS as a bonus. Here, you can just use balance deduct and balance top up API to achieve these functions. Lastly, the customer enters the rental bank and to choose a rental bike to start rating. The system will lock 17 user balance via the balance lock API. After the customer release the rental bike, the system will calculate rental fee based on time and distance. Then the money will be unlocked via balance unlock API, and the rental fee will be deducted via the balance deduct API. So that's a very simple story for you. Okay, next page. In this, we will provide strong supporting, and we will provide API specification, postman testing sample, and preset data. I hope you enjoy your trip with Huawei APIs. For more information, you can just visit some links. Next page. Next page, please. Okay, there's some links for you to visit. If you have interest, you can visit it just before this. Thank you. Just transfer to Pierre.
Hello, I'm Tiago. I'm the Chief API Architect of the TM Forum. What a fantastic set of APIs, an amazing ecosystem of APIs combining Salesforce API, Huawei APIs, network service 5G APIs, TMF open APIs, geolocation APIs from Nice. What a fantastic set of APIs that can be used to actually create end-to-end services, digital service. Also would like to talk about a little bit about the fact that you'll be able to actually create services on top of your IoT device, connect your IoT device on the Salesforce platform, use that the data, the IoT data as the basis for your service definition. There will be a virtual drone also, that you can actually use and connect with our network APIs. So think about all the possibilities you have to actually create a service ground up, a 5G service, monetize the service, and even in the end, create your own campaign using the Huawei APIs. There will be more instruction on how to use all those APIs and scenarios that you can use as templates for your work moving forward. Thank you very much. John O'Brien, no, thanks.
Thanks, Pierre. Thanks for kind of tying that neatly together. This really is a feast of technology. We're very excited, and I'm, delighted that the guys have been working extremely hard to prepare all these materials for you, and are really looking forward to meeting everyone in Nice. So we are going to make these slides available to everybody from today, on Tuesday, May 2nd. We will be putting live our Confluence page, which basically pulls together all of the access points to the APIs and all of the detailed technical information. That should go live later this week, definitely before Friday. As I mentioned, everyone's working extremely hard to prepare for the hackathon. We will have a special prize for the best drone application, and thanks to the Vodafone team and Huawei team, who've been working extremely hard to bring us the virtual drone API, and I think that's going to be another really interesting feature. So there are all the key points.
We have a couple of questions too, if you want to open the line eventually.
Okay, so I'm not seeing the questions here. Joe, do you want to call them out?
I can read it out. So actually, Craig Gallen has two questions. So I'm going to actually unmute you, Craig, and let you address the questions to the team here. Hey, Craig, you should be unmuted now. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, great set of APIs. Looks really interesting. And you may well also answer this question in the documentation release. But the two questions I had were, first of all, which TM Forum APIs will Salesforce expose? And what are the instructions to access these from an external system? And similar question, where's the API for the virtual drone described, and how can that be accessed from an external system? Thank you.
Avi, do you want to take the first?
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to take the first one there, Avi?
Yes, I will take that. So we would be providing details, Craig, on the API categories, on the customer domain, and a few other domains that we will be exposing. You'll have those details on what TM Forum APIs will be exposing from the Salesforce platform. So, but there are 7 groups, I think, that we will be exposing. For sure, the customer, the order, and so on. Yeah, go ahead, Tariq.
Hi, this is Lester here. For the drone API, basically is one of the catalyst projects in Nice this year. We're showcasing how we can create anything as a service, and we used drones as like an IoT sensor as this almost like the showcase thing. And what we've done is there was a new hypermedia standard for APIs being delivered also as part of the 17.1 in Nice, and we've used this as a showcase for this new hypermedia API. And the API itself runs on Amazon Web Services, so We will put details in the Confluence about how you access this API, but it'll be open access for the participants of the hack.
Cool. Thank you.
And then we had one more question. Let me open the line to Ronan. Just 1 second. Hi, Ronan. You should be unmuted now.
Yeah, hi folks. Yeah, I just want to check. I don't have a lot of. I've been a coder in the past, but I haven't done any coding in quite a number of years. I'm more working at a product management and requirements gathering kind of level. Will that impede me in any way, or is that is that good enough for this?
Yeah, so we like to have one architect or product type person on every team. So I think that's fine. We have noticed pretty much all of the winning teams in the past have been obviously the best teams, and they've all had either a solution architect or a product designer on the team.
Yeah, and to build on what Joanne said, you can definitely leverage those Salesforce non-coding functionality. In fact, we kind of position that 80% should be through click and only 20% code. So you could actually leverage some minimal functionalities and build apps with very minimal coding as well. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I kind of got that from your presentation, but I just wanted to confirm as well. So, okay, thank you.
Do we have any other questions? I could definitely open the line up to anybody. You can just submit your question in the chat box. But that seemed to be all the questions, Joanne. And if you just want to wrap it up, I'll let you know if there's any other questions that come in.
Okay, that's great. So these slides will be made available to everybody today, and the full technical materials will all go live, will all be fully in place by the end of this week, including the virtual drone API details. And we look forward to seeing everyone on site on the Sunday, and we're going to kick off sharp at 2 p.m. So it's a great opportunity for innovation, learning, and also connecting. The winning teams will obviously win some of the cash prizes. There's cash prizes for first, second, and third. There's also opportunities for the winners to present in the full IoT conference on the Wednesday, if at least one member of the team is available to take up those slots. So that's a really great opportunity to connect globally and to showcase your talents and skills and innovation. So look forward to seeing everybody, and thanks to the team here, guys. That was great stuff and fantastic progress on development of our APIs in the past few days. So thanks, everyone.